Drop 50 on his head like Anthony Edwards. Niggas wanna run around with me, they gon' have to be steppers. Free dirt, but if I get him, his getting back to me never. COVID over, niggas with no pay going back to the shelter. Fire on me like the Suns logo. Snoring on that white, my black bitch ain't got thumbs no more. I pack smoke or I roll a mutt till my lungs don't blow. Beat his ass, on the reason he ain't got a gun no more. Cuz I'm tryna catch a hat, I'm tryna catch a fade. Tell a bitch she gon' top Brody or she gon' tap the blade. I been getting money off the bitch before I had the braids. I go broke, I'ma learn a wham or I'ma bracket safe.
Tricking off the biddy, you ain't hit this, not resilient. Little mama turned to big mama with the cheetah print. Bleeding out, called up paramedics, bring a tourniquet. Trying to go out there, you try to step when you know what it is.
First and foremost, a dope ass platform.
Shout out to Pure Rap Podcast again.
Yeah. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all stay safe out here, man. And y'all, I can see y'all being big in the future. Man.
Y'all keep going and shit, stay down.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to the Pure Rap Podcast. You got MCK, you got you got Kev. We're missing Darneezy, and we got Kev right now. We got a very special guest with us. Goes by the name YcM, Cash, aka the new Vince McMahon without the allegations. You know what I'm saying? We could add that.
No allegations.
Yeah, no allegations.
Do allegations.
Yeah.
25.
But yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, because we keep it real with the podcast. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? So there's some stuff that, we recording a little bit that's gonna be left out, unfortunately. Had some good conversation in it too, but we gotta keep the show rolling, keep the ball rolling, and I'm making sure everything is all right. And it's all right. So here we go.
We ain't perfect.
Yeah. So I know we were talking about before. Once again, thanks for your time, and all that. And we don't make sure that never happens again.
It's bound to happen. Got it out of the way. Hopefully, it never happens again.
Yeah, I guess eventually it was going to happen one day, and I was the one. Shit. But yeah, man, we could cover some more stuff as we go on after. But good thing we started our rapid fire, and we weren't an hour deep into an interview, and then I turned and realized, bro, I would have been literally. Because
it just came to your mind naturally? I forgot to turn it on? Or?
Something felt off, bro, and I didn't know what it was. And sure enough, I turned and realized nothing was on, and my heart started
I thought it was what we had next coming up. So I was like, did you forget it? Your bag of questions.
And I don't have the bag. You got to switch my bag, so I don't have it in this one.
We didn't come prepared today.
Yeah, today was off our game right now. But let's get into it, man. So because we want to get that information in as well. So, you're born and raised in San Diego, correct?
Born and raised in San Diego.
Yeah. So we want to make sure all the things that let's try, so people get to know you a little bit more.
Specific part?
The southeast, really, mostly.
Okay.
All right. Have you been kind of in and out before? I saw one that you were in LA at one point.
Yeah, I went to LA a few times, 3-4 times. I'm about to move back in July, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also coming up then. Shoot.
Yeah.
LA or San Diego?
LA.
You like LA more?
Oh, yeah.
I meant
I like here more. That's why I keep coming back.
Okay.
I got take care of some business out there. So
yeah. And what was I gonna say? You said 4 times you moved back from LA.
Yeah.
Damn. So what keeps you coming back though? I'm curious.
It's something. I'm not sure what's pulling me here, but I know it's keeping me away from there. Okay. So I say, what's pulling me back here is I just fuck with the vibes.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like home. You feel what I'm saying?
True. And it's not you're that far either.
Yeah, not I'm that far. Yeah. And then what's keeping me away from staying in LA, for real, it's just it's too much traffic. The vibes there ain't really I'm a chill guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm a chill guy, so it's just
too much going on.
Too much going on. Like I said, it's too much traffic, and then at the same time, there's nothing going on. It's hard to explain. If you're not really tapped into what you need to be tapped in, it's basically just another city. Mm-hmm. And the previous times that I was living out there, for instance, I was going to school and shit. So really, I'm not even tapped into nothing that, as far as an artist, perspective, I wasn't really tapped into nothing. So I'm why am I going to be here if I'm not tapped into
that makes sense.
The ecosystem that I should be tapped into? And then It's just everything is just a drive. Like, you know, I ain't got time to be sitting in traffic like all throughout
That
the
makes
day and
sense.
shit.
I hate going to LA
So-
mainly because of the traffic.
Yeah.
You know.
Having to sit in it, it's never
The
fun.
thing that I do like though is like the city kind of like never sleep. So like, you know, any time of day you want to do something, you could most likely go do it. Especially if you're trying to get some good eats and shit. But
Yeah.
other than that, there's really no reason for me to be out there because I don't be at the clubs or nothing. So like, you know, it basically
It's like either just like work or
it's work or at school.
Yeah.
So or at the gym, which again you could do anywhere. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really wasn't no
Without all the
reason for me to
traffic,
be
all
out there.
times of the day.
What were you going to school for?
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology. What's that?
Basically, like the technical term that they teach you in class is like the study of the human movement in relation to like,
okay.
the world and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that's interesting right there. What made you get into that?
Yeah, what made you get
Yeah, I'm curious about it.
Bro, I was in high school and my mom had me in this like medical academy, and then from high school, basically, the next step, basically, that's the natural evolution. If you was to keep going down that path from this health academy that I was in, so.
Yeah.
Initially, when I went to college, I just went undecided because I was undecided.
Yeah.
And then since I had like that medical background, I'm like, fuck it, I guess I'll do kinesiology. So that's just
Okay.
what I did because I already knew like
Kinesiology.
the basic, like the baseline for everything that we were
Yeah.
learning. So I said, may as well, you know what I'm saying?
And did you end up finishing or you still like?
I didn't. That's why I'm going back. When I say I had business to handle,
Yeah.
basically I'm going for school, I'm going for acting, and I'm going for music.
Okay. And so you're trying to get on to all kind of like different directions.
Yeah.
That's the
so
place to be
That's
for,
dope.
especially
That's
in media.
Yeah.
and I was introverted, which is why I wasn't like tapped into nothing because
Yeah.
I was hella introverted the first time around. Then I was in a relationship,
Mhm.
so I wasn't doing music, like
Okay.
nothing that I wanted to do. I was just going to school, work, and then spending time with my girl.
Yeah.
This time that I'm going, you feel me? I'm a free man, no cuffs. And I don't have like other things in the way, and like I'm more extroverted,
Yeah.
per se. So
Wanna
I'm
get your
already
name out
tapped
there and
in.
stuff, too.
Yeah, and I'm tapped
Yeah.
in with some people out there already. So I'm just about to go in there and
Yeah.
you know build on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. Then shoot, yeah, I got some questions I want to go on with that, but let's get into our rapid fire. So yeah, let's ask the question: if you can have one animal protect you, which animal would you choose?
Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say that part what you did to the lion?
Yeah. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah, hey, yo, that.
it's good that we can correct our mistakes.
Chad, we
Yeah,
can
then we
pause
can really
that.
correct the mistakes. Yeah.
So the line can transport you wherever at a
There you go.
faster rate. And,
Yeah.
You know, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do that.
That would be pretty dope.
Fun.
Yeah. And
then-
if anyone and nobody gonna mess with you in a line,
Right.
you know what I mean? Yeah. So you want to ask the next question about the?
Yeah, so the next question we're on was you can pick one album, one TV show, one movie, and one book for the rest of your life.
I'm
You
a-
start with the album first.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna choose a Carter 3 because it's the first album I ever like listened to like top to bottom, and it's the reason why I wanted to rap.
Oh,
So
what's your favorite track on the Carter 3?
all of them, but I say, hey, Mr. Carter,
Yeah.
tell me what you
yeah.
been.
Jay-Z,
Yeah, that's a classic.
dope track.
I used to listen to the album every single day. It was the only album I had for like a whole year. So
Like, you had the like physical copy and shit.
Yeah, physical
Story,
copy.
yeah.
Had to get the, you
Back
know,
in the days when you
had
had to
get the
like,
physical
yeah,
copy back in
Yeah.
the week.
good times.
yeah.
That album sold like 1 million first week.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a classic album.
Did you know? I think Lil Wayne. I think every single album. I'm not sure with the new one because it just dropped, so it hasn't been a week. I don't think, but I think
about-
every album that he's dropped, first week sales have been over 100K.
Yeah, I think right now it's still projected for like 112.
That's crazy when you think about it. Like
Even
because you
for-
wouldn't even think his later.
Even
albums
for
would
what
be-
this album is,
Yeah.
Carter 6, it's still projected over 100K. So
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's like GOAT type shit right,
Right.
now. You know, that people want to go out there and buy, you know, physical album copies. You know,
I'm gonna
'cause
say
ain't
this.
streams.
I hope this is his last one.
Yeah.
I hope this is his last one.
to be honest, I mean,
That's what I've been seeing. A lot
I
of
feel-
people saying that, man.
I feel like he should have stopped maybe after 4 or even 3.
Yeah, he
I
should.
feel like, especially with this last one, I feel like he's just tarnishing the series.
though.
Yeah, I'd say 4. Like,
I think 4 after 4.
I just feel like 3 is a better number though.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
But
Good things
but like this last album, I just feel like it's
I
just
was about to say the same
tarnishing.
thing.
This is tarnishing the series, especially with this last one that he just dropped this past week. I'm just not
Yeah.
feeling it. I liked one song out of what was it, 19 tracks. So that's how you know it's bad. Well, my opinion,
Yeah.
opinion, bad. But
one song out of 19
I
tracks.
think it's 19 tracks he dropped. Yeah, like one song out.
It's a lot,
And it's the
yeah.
second song. It's the second song. There was some I was like, I can't even finish it. It was bad, man.
Yeah, that's what was happening with me. Like I would listen to it like only half of the song, then I change it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
like,
like,
I mean, I
damn.
wasn't really expecting nothing much from Lil Wayne in 2025, but at least like it's just everything based on the production and his beat selections and everything, and even his features. Like, why you got Bono on the Carter? Like,
Yeah.
you don't need Bono on the Carter.
Don't need Bono.
Like, why you got? Man, I don't like. I'm not an MGK fan. Why you got Machine Gun Kelly on your album? Like, this is
Damn.
no.
I don't even know if I want to listen to it anymore now.
Now listen to it and form your own opinion.
Yeah.
but
Still
I would
listen to
just-
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna form my own opinion, but at the end of the day, I don't even know if I want to listen to it going into it. To be honest,
Probably by the Elephant track, you'll probably
about
get
the elephant track is weird.
I'll listen to it off the strength of like I'm a Wayne fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, I'll do my just doing just for Lil Wayne. I'll listen to it, but yeah,
Right.
I'll probably keep my opinion to myself.
All right, we got what movie next?
TV show.
TV show. I think that's where we left off too.
Yeah, it is what we left off. Right at TV show. Now there's time to make sure everything. Okay, we're good. Yeah, TV shows.
Low key, my favorite TV show would probably have to be.
We got the Jeopardy song in here.
Yeah. The answer.
Where's the Jeopardy button? Right. I'll just play.
I had to say That's So Raven.
Oh, damn, that's so Raven.
Yeah.
Shit, I wasn't expecting that. I'm
No,
not,
Lizzie McGuire.
for real.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I respect that answer. Hey, no one put no respect on Lizzie McGuire, bro. Did you see that Disney Channel Mount Rushmore that like thing that was coming out?
I didn't see
Did
it.
you see like like just a lot of Mount Rushmores that were coming
I
out?
seen Mount Rushmore mainly for like
Yeah.
music. No, nothing.
Yeah, so someone
else.
did a Disney Channel one, and they left Lizzie McGuire off there, man.
They left it up. Do you remember what they had on it?
It was Raven,
Yeah.
which was it was Hannah Montana, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who was another one? I think it was Zendaya,
Yeah.
which I was kind of like.
Which I didn't agree
No,
with,
nah.
That was like the time when I wasn't really watching. Like that was we're kind of done with Disney Channel, but like and then I don't remember who the other one was. I think the other one fit. Who's the other one? Selena Gomez. Yeah. Selena Gomez. That's who it was.
Selena Go.
Yeah.
Oh, the show. I'm like, you talking about the artist? Yeah. So just take out the Zendaya show.
And put Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. Who was that?
Show some
Rocky and whatever that name of the show was.
Because then we do our own. We did our own, right?
Shake It Up. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, we put the twins. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Nah, I put.
I would pit them like
Yeah.
I'll just combine their faces.
Yeah, I put like Raven's dad.
Oh, you put Raven's dad on there.
Can't remember his
I'm
name.
dead, bro.
But then, like right after that,
Some
news
Baxter.
came out.
I wasn't like Mr. Baxter or something.
Yeah, and then like the next day, the news came out. He's like in the hospital or something like that, like needing help, medical bill help or something.
Yeah.
So prayers to him. Hopefully he's doing fine. But it's just a coincidence
you're
at
right.
that time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Leslie McGuire, that's funny. One movie.
The Even Stevens movie. Wait, you said I got a.
No, you don't
It's
got-
on the
you said-
island?
Yeah, this is just you. Yeah, you said the Even Stevens movie.
Yeah.
Bro was locked in on Disney Channel.
I was on Disney Channel, but I don't know if I
That's
can watch
hilarious.
that. I mean,
What
I
about
say
Holes at least.
Holes.
You don't rock with Holes?
I like the book more than I like the movie. Not gonna lie. But I think I would have to say You Got Served.
Holes,
If I gotta choose a movie, You Got Served.
You got served. Okay. And one book.
Would that be Holes?
Yeah.
I didn't even,
Holes.
I didn't even know Holes was a book. I just thought
Yeah, it was a
I didn't
book.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was a
I just
book
thought it was the
first.
movie.
You didn't read it in elementary school, bro?
Oh.
Yeah, come on. You were slipping, bro.
I think my ass was reading in elementary.
Yeah, you're right.
My ass was sleeping.
Eating everyone's snacks and shit.
All right, my ass is scribbling.
I would say for a book, I gotta go with it. Could be a comic book.
Yeah, it could be any
Any
type of form of read.
I say
Be the Bible.
Yeah.
the Calvin and Hobbes anthology series.
Calvin and the Hobbes. Damn, that's a sleeper right there. I forgot about Calvin and the Hobbes.
Yeah, that's,
Hey, you got some like good answers on that one because a lot of people like when you ask for a movie, like they're going with like
Avengers
like
Endgame.
yeah, like some like
Basic ass movie.
Scarface or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I like those type of answers right there. Shit that you can't even like. I'm like, damn, I wasn't expecting that. You know,
Yeah.
especially Lizzie McGuire. That threw me off.
She was bad back in the day. I don't even
Hey,
know
no,
why.
yeah. Shout out to her, man. I think she's still bad.
Let's see even present day.
Yeah. That's funny. I'll just come up with some random fire since I didn't bring my bag. But would you rather speak every language in the world, or be able to speak to plants and animals?
I was about to answer that too fast. I'll say low key, speak to plants and animals.
I would too.
I would do the same.
Technically, the first one is possible. If
You can learn a bunch of languages. You
yeah,
can't learn the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but look, so much about like language, like human language, is not even actual words. It's like gestures and shit.
That's
like
true. You
that.
can still get around.
So yeah, so I would for sure go with the plants and animals, cause like a plant, bro. Come on,
That'd be fire.
you want to talk to a plant?
Yeah, that'd be pretty. Yeah.
Talk to that
Do it hurt when people chop you down?
pull your leaf and shit.
You smoking weed and shit. They're like, hey, stop smoking. Stop. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna put this down.
You're right.
Yeah. You're lining up. They're like, you hear them screaming and shit. You're
Yeah,
like,
see,
my fault,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I don't even smoke though, so I'm good on that. That would trip me out if I'm trying to smoke.
You're screaming.
Shit screaming in your
You're
ear.
like, you're like, oh shit,
Let
my
me
fault.
tune this out real quick with your bullets.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you start tripping. It'd be dope to talk to some plants and animals.
Yeah,
though.
animals too. Like, just fucking talk to a random bird. Like,
I for
Yeah.
sure want to
Tell
talk
them
to animals.
Shut up. I'm trying to sleep.
you're right.
Bird's like, shit, my fault. You know?
Yeah, but the first one's technically like it's possible. The second one ain't. So I would do the second one, me personally.
Yeah.
Second option.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. Because if you could talk to animals, low key, that's like,
You Aquaman at that point.
yeah, damn near.
Right?
You know what I mean?
And then like you could finally, cause with me, like people say that dogs understand like English and shit. I feel like they understand like tones and like sounds, but
Yeah.
they don't know like what actually.
Words actually mean.
Yeah, so I want to talk to a dog to see, bro, do you really know what I'm talking about when I say grab the water bottle, or do you just associate that with like a sound and like an action? And then,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm
Like a
saying?
point and shit.
I
You
mean,
know,
like repetitive, nature. Like, okay, when you say this, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Or do this.
I would like to talk to like some cows and like pigs and stuff. Like, man, y'all like let's overthrow this farm. Like, you know what I mean? The slaughter factory. Like, you guys ready? Like to like stand up? Like, start like muttering
Tell
the
them
cows
what to
and
do.
shit. Yeah.
Literally tell them what to do. 'Cause
Right.
obviously they have a process what to do.
Like, you guys ready? Like, yo, that'd be crazy.
That's funny.
They'll start trying to take you out if you try doing stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
I'm
the
not
government
even
gonna get
fucking
your
around.
ass.
Yeah.
Especially pigs. They say pigs are smart, right?
Yeah, they say that like, they have high IQ.
I'm good off that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. But shoot, you got like watch any NBA like basketball there?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn into the finals. At
The
all?
highlights.
Highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got like any team at all? Or you're just like,
I'm an HGH fan.
okay.
Yeah.
But are you like? So what sport do you tune into? Or
Basketball mostly.
So basketball mostly.
But
Okay.
only highlights though.
Okay, only I think that's a lot of people nowadays.
That's
like
like-
it's like like just stick to highlights.
I only see them highlights. I only see highlights on Twitter.
For real.
Man, I don't got like sports. I don't be watching TV like that. Where I'm just.
I mean, you don't
pop
gotta be on Sports Center, but like I be following like I do like half my Instagram is probably like I'm following too many basketball pages.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't need to watch a
disappointing.
7-minute highlight reel when I
Yeah.
just watch the Haliban in 5 seconds shoot the game-winning shot. Like,
Yeah, but it's like
You need to like the rest of it. Like,
yeah, like how did it get to that
YouTube.
point? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like I'll be on YouTube when I eat. I'll just get on YouTube, watch some highlights, and then
I don't know. It's hard for me to like pay attention these days. Like, I don't watch really TV in general anymore.
But if a football game was on,
I watch football.
yeah, this guy,
I watch baseball.
bro, if you could watch baseball, then come on, bro.
And I told you, man. Once Kobe retired, man, basketball got overlapped from baseball. Baseball went up, and then basketball went to third place.
We're just gonna like bypass that and move on because I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
And rest in peace, Kobe. As a
No, yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. But
But the game just wasn't the same after Kobe.
bro, what are you talking
No one
about?
got that Mamba mentality anymore, man.
Man,
Nobody does.
I mean, there's not gonna be another Kobe, but
I know, but he's the reason why I liked watching basketball.
bro, I'm just mad at the fact that he picked baseball over that shit. Bro.
Sorry, man.
Over basketball is crazy to me, but
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
It just had to be done.
yeah, you're showing your whiteness right
I
now.
play fantasy baseball. I play fantasy baseball too, man.
You play fantasy baseball?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm mainly.
Hey, you wanna be my co-host moving forward, bro? Like, hey, we're gonna kick this man out.
I don't know enough people to form a league like my fantasy league.
Give you that shit, bro, because I don't. he said I play fantasy
I don't
baseball.
know 10 people that would do it with me, so I just join random leagues. But of course, my fantasy,
ain't no
my
10
fantasy
people that
football
gonna-
league,
yeah.
I got my 12 man in,
Man.
waiting to join. But
Yeah.
baseball, I don't know 10 people that are down to do it.
Yeah, you're different for that, bro. But
It gives you something to look to. It helps me. It's just like any like sports gambling, fantasy. Like it gets you more into watching the game, or paying.
that's true. Yeah, you probably understand it.
Maybe
a
I
little
should
more.
do fantasy basketball. I'll start watching more.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I feel like that taints your ability to like enjoy it for real.
That's why I stopped playing.
Like you watching for a specific outcome as opposed for the love
Bro,
of the game.
you're on point. I stopped watching football I stopped doing fantasy football because of that reason. Yeah.
Well, I always do fantasy football, but at the end of the day, I'd rather watch my team win than my fantasy team.
But it's easy to do fantasy football when your team is ass. So that's probably why you're still doing it.
My team's good. What are you talking about?
What's your team?
I don't want to talk about it.
He's a Panther fan. Yeah.
I ain't never met a Panther fan.
Hey, where you go?
I'm on the West Coast.
Damn.
I'm a Saints fan though, so
I don't like.
Just
If
saying.
anything, your guys are stocks going down compared to us.
Yeah, but still, man, my team was doing good during the time where I stopped playing fantasy football, so I really wanted to like pay attention and focus. But it took away from the game, Because like you said, you might be watching your team, but then you got a receiver or a quarterback on the opposing team. You're like, I need you to get 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, but I need you guys to lose. Like,
I see this.
It's not realistic.
I say fantasy baseball. I'm gonna speak on fantasy baseball. I'm a Padre fan, obviously. I got some Dodgers on. I got Ohtani on one of my. I got two teams. I got Ohtani on one. I got like Teoscar Hernandez and Will Smith on another.
This man got Will Smith on there?
Well, yeah, who?
Yeah.
White Will Smith.
Nah,
He's
nah.
catching.
This man got Will Smith playing baseball on there?
White Will Smith.
Celebrity games and shit.
Right. I just see it as they're bound to do something either way. So it's like even if my team is playing
Okay,
these
that
people, like it's gonna
that's a good
happen.
point.
Even fantasy football, like if
Yeah.
I'm a Panther fan and I got Alvin Kamara on my team, he's bound to get points either way. So it's like, I kind of be upset he scores a touchdown.
But you knew he
But then I'm like, okay, I got
he
my
gonna
points.
score.
I got
Even
my-
if I
got my
wasn't
points.
playing fantasy football, he still
Like, I'm-
scored that
you know.
touchdown. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But also, you do depend on, if my team is good and I feel like, okay, my defense could stop a player like Kamara, maybe I won't start Kamara if I have a better option.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever let that affect, like fantasy ever affect it. I get sports betting because people get like fucking mad as fuck when someone don't fucking hit, I don't know.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know who's a basketball player. I'm trying to think of a random motherfucker.
I don't know, basketball player.
Chet Holmgren's been on my head for the past week. If he scores 8
His name
points,
is Chet Holmgren. Like, what's wrong with it, bro? Like,
dude, we're getting
what's wrong with it, bro?
I brought up Steve Blake on Sunday.
Yeah. He said Steve Blake. I was like, bro, you naming old ass like.
White motherfuckers that play.
Yeah, that shit is so funny, bro.
Can I ask you a question before we move on? Can I ask you a question? Because look, bro, in one of my songs, I say Young Cashman catching plays like a shortstop, but like I don't really know what a shortstop do for real. So is that accurate or like not?
Say it again?
I said Young Cashman catching plays like a shortstop.
You said Catching playing like a shortstop.
Catching plays like a
Catching
shortstop.
plays. Yeah, that makes sense because if you're playing a shortstop, you're playing on like the defense. Playing on I guess you call it defense. You're catching the ball.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
I bet.
Yeah,
Makes sense?
you're gonna have to have him in the studio like
That's good. That works out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Steph Curry line. Yeah, that's accurate, bro.
Because they, especially shortstop, they're like, I say defensive wise, I would say the most most exciting out there because if they're hitting like a line drive down the center field and he makes they have to be fast. Mm-hmm. So if they can react fast and make a play, throw it to first or second, whoever base you're throwing to, that makes sense. You make a play.
Bet I'm keeping it there.
Either that or like an outfielder, like if they make a diving catch or something like that, like they make plays too, but. The shortstop, you got to be like fast and like reaction and be able to catch the ball, when that shit's going 100 miles per hour at you and shit, and either throw it to first base or make dive for the ball, whatever it is.
God damn, he broke it down. Rap genius, like rap genius, live rap genius, man. They're watching right now. All right, man. Let's get into it. So. Let's talk about your journey with music. Like, how did that start? I know you were talking about the Carter 3. Mm-hmm. And that being like one of your first albums, but even as a kid, like was parents playing music, like what made you even want to be like I'm gonna go on this too, or was it solely that album?
It was low key just that because like before then before then when I was like younger and I was like maybe 5 years old or something, the Wayne song Bling Bling.
Yeah.
I made like a remix to that, just fucking around when I'm like 5 years old or something.
Oh damn.
And then
that's crazy.
And then after that, like I don't remember anything like that's a blank period for me. But then I remember like when I'm like 13 years old and I'm just listening to the Carter 3, and then I'm like, this nigga, like how I didn't understand how people could like come up with bars, like period. Like how do you even come up with like, oh, I'm flyer than yada yada, and then the next line is but something something. Like I didn't understand how you could even
like make a connect and stuff.
Yeah,
And Wayne don't even write his shit. He just do it on top of his head.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I think I had like one of the first raps I wrote, I had like a family computer in my living room, and then I wrote like raps on my computer, and then one time my sister showed it to my mom, and I got my ass whooped because I was talking about like
cursing
fucking
and
hoes.
yeah.
So,
This is on the Word
like it was a Word document. It was like 5 pages long, like a whole essay, and then I was just like saying like random shit, and my mom beat my ass. And then like I got like older cousins and shit, and like uncles that do music and shit, but like I always thought it was cool, but like I never really thought about like actually trying to like make music till I heard the Carter 3. So
when was the first moment like that? Because you said you heard the Carter 3 and you're like, oh yeah, I could do this. But when was the moment that you actually like started taking it serious, like as like going in the studio and whatnot, actually like putting out records?
I think I was like 19 when I first went to the studio. Me and my homie Saint Irv, he took me to one of his homies' studio. And then I started putting out songs, but I really didn't have bread to be consistent with it. Yeah. So I wasn't consistent with it at all. And then I fucking got like my little sister had like a fucking like karaoke boombox type thing with a little microphone, like a Barbie microphone or some shit. So then I would just be at my computer like all day. That's how I got into watching like Sway and like everybody, because I just started like searching up like at the time the New Boys had like came out. So I would watch they like behind the scenes, like they vlogs and shit. And then
shout out to the New Boys.
That led me to like watching vlogs from like everybody, like all the artists, watching hella interviews. And then I came across videos of like, how to record yourself at home and shit. So then I got the little karaoke mic plugged into the computer, and I would just be at my computer just rapping. I made like 5 mixtapes in my living room. Like,
wait, so the
Barbie karaoke machine.
Yeah. So the mic from the karaoke machine was able to like work with.
It was like a 3.5. So.
Oh damn, that's wild as hell, bro. That's a crazy story too. Like the Barbie microphone, bro. That's wild as hell. Yeah, like that's your. And that's cool to hear too, because like you like to hear stories like that of like. And it's good for people who are watching who might be their first time. Like, be like, man, I want to rap. Like, man, like, how am I gonna record? I don't got nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Nowadays, people doing that shit from their phone.
Right?
Like, see, I wish we had the phone shit, because back in the day, like, my computer was janky and shit. So like it would freeze up. It was an old ass computer, so it would freeze up. It was so old. Remember the old computers that was like tannish? Like the colors was
like a big back too.
So it will freeze up.
You gotta smack the shit on the side.
Yeah, and then I gotta like rap like whisper, because niggas is asleep in the house and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know how to mix or nothing. Like I didn't know how to like listen to levels or nothing. So some of my songs is loud, some of my songs is low, some of them the audio is peaking like hella bad and distorted and shit. But I'm just like, I'm doing this shit.
Damn. So you're really in the trenches of rap, like really like, damn, I gotta make this shit.
You gotta
work.
start
like,
somewhere, man.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best way. It's probably like fun because you probably got a lot of memories with that too.
Got a lot of memories. Not gonna lie.
What would be the craziest story as far as like rapping? Is that one like when people are sleeping? Or?
When people are sleeping, and then like, bro, you know how when you're young, you be like looking at stuff you're not supposed to look at?
Yeah.
So like I was looking at stuff I wasn't supposed to look at, but I was making a song at the same time. And then I used to do like make the songs like overnight, like, and then have to go to school the next morning. But I used to have a bad habit of falling asleep at the computer. So one time I was looking at something I shouldn't have, and I was making the song at the same time. And I fell asleep, and then on the computer, you see, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's hilarious. They caught you slipping for real.
He caught me slipping. I'm not gonna lie. He caught me slipping.
Hey, that's funny that because like I mean. I assume we know what you're watching.
Yeah.
Yo, how did you not realize that though? Like, damn, were you just tired?
I was just tired, bro. Yeah. Like when I tell you, bro, back in the day, I had nothing to do, nothing to do but just fucking go home and like cause we didn't have cable or nothing.
Yeah.
So like I just went home and then I would listen to like I had a CD player, so I would have CDs and then I would just listen to raps and then try to like mimic them. So like I got big on Wayne, Eminem,
I was gonna ask that.
and there was somebody a Bow Wow. Wayne, Eminem, Bow Wow, and Ludacris. Yeah.
So I was just last night.
I would just go home, get my notebook, just write all these raps. Then I would go to the computer and I'm like, fuck my homework, just go to the computer, stay up all night doing that shit. And then, I would just fall asleep at the computer and shit. So then, I just fell asleep, watching corn. And then that was that.
Yeah, there's a nice farming station on TV where they just shuck corn. You know what I mean? So for the people watching, that's what he's talking about. They just be shucking corn, bro.
I mean, I don't think kids are watching, but if there is some kids that are gonna be watching,
but hey, you never know, man. Yeah, they're shucking corn. But what was I gonna ask? Oh yeah, first off, put some respect on Bow Wow's name, bro. I feel like
I saw he's got love at the BET.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because like obviously, whatever antics or side shit, whatever people want to talk about, but it's like he's a good ass performer, bro. Got hits. Because when I was a kid, bro, I was like, yo, Bow Wow was like, I was like watching Like Mike and shit. I was like,
I almost said Like Mike as a movie, but I don't know if I could like watch that part, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Like Mike. I was watching that on the. They had it on the.
I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
They had it on the plane, so I was just watching Like Mike. I was like,
like on the free movie section?
Yeah, the free movies. I was like Mike's on here? Hell yeah, I'm watching that shit. I started shedding a tear. The guy looking at me next to me, he's like, what are you gonna crying? I was like, man, he lost his shoes broke, bro. His shoes ripped, bro. He won't be able to make the last shot.
I'm such a dummy. I thought that shit was real at the time. Like, I really thought that.
Like he was really like, I'm like, yo, I gotta give me some shit like this.
His shoes got him dunking.
For real. I used to do that shit when you were like, kid, and then like fucking tap his shoes, and I was like, next thing you know, my shit airballed. I was like, fuck, that shit don't work. I thought that shit was gonna make me like Mike, literally. You know what I mean? Pumping up the Reeboks and shit. I don't even think we had those type of Reeboks at our age. But so would you say those were like your main inspirations? Shout out Ludacris too. That's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, like I it was so bad. I was on Ludacris so heavy. I wrote a book report on bro when I was in school.
Bro, trust me, I'm like,
so you probably have too.
Ludacris was my favorite rappers, bro. That was like the first one, probably the first rapper. I think I want to say the first music video I ever seen was what's the Saturday? Saturday.
The chicken noises?
That shit. Yeah.
Not the one when you had the big ass
pocket full of cash, just seen a big old ass. That song. And
that was my like the first because he was funny and like
he was funny, but he was rapping his ass off too, though. Like
I'm saying, like in these music videos, be creative,
the
like,
music videos.
You don't be having music videos like that no more.
But he was funny as shit.
And fucking this is like more creative where you don't see that in like entertainment these days. Maybe it deals with maybe the budget and like at that time you had major labels.
And times change too. Like as far as entertaining. Like what's entertainment, I don't think it's like you said. The labels aren't looking for the Eminems, the Missies, the Busta Rhymes, the Ludacris type like music videos no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, except they're not investing the money into making those videos.
So. But damn, that's a good 4 right there too. Like, what about Eminem? Like now, like because a lot of people be like, man. Like you still feel like
Lucky Darnell in here.
Yeah.
I listened to his last album.
They said it was good. That's what I heard.
It wasn't bad, but it's just not hitting the way shit be hitting when you like grew up and like listening to something for the first time.
Mind you, he was on drugs during that time in the early Eminem stage.
Yeah, but that shit was hard though. I ain't even gonna lie. I think the last Eminem song I heard was when he did that like that video with Big Sean, I think.
Big Sean. That sounds familiar. I'm not,
like rap.
I don't really be checking.
I think his last album. I think that was the last one that I heard.
He did do cause I don't think I listened to his last album, but a lot of people were saying it was good though. Like I've been hearing a lot of like good things.
He dropped it last year or the year?
Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah, 2024.
I mean, for I guess the standards of him dropping a project in 2024 at this day and age. I saw good reviews for it. Yeah, I didn't listen to it.
Eminem is one of those rappers though. Like at the end of the day, he just a rapper's a rapper, bro. Like he can rap his ass off. Like I'm not really looking for him for the tracks no more. I just like
he's just
hear
a
him
respectable
like,
artist. Where
you're just gonna like he already did what he needed to do. Same thing with Lil Wayne. It's like you did what you need to do. Like,
but my thing with Wayne is Wayne didn't do the Eminem thing though. Like I think Eminem probably went out on a better note than what Wayne is. I think Wayne's gonna drop another project. It's gonna be even worse. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, if Wayne just stopped now, he'd be like solidified. Like, don't be forgotten. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't have people saying you ass. Like, just leave.
Yeah. You don't want to leave on that note.
That's why I was like, I wish he just made this past album just a different title. Just like, don't keep tarnishing what the Carter was. Like,
don't
that
keep
was a
doing the
classic
Carters.
series, and you just dropped this. Last
just name the album like Bullshit Throwaways or something, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
At least, because I see that as okay. You know, it's 2025 Lil Wayne. He's dropping an album mainly for the. I mean, he doesn't have to, but he's doing it for the love of it, and his fans are still gonna check it out. But like,
the love of
when
the
you
game.
put the Carter on it, like people know the Carter series as like especially
we're expecting
3 to 4. Yeah, those are good albums, and then 5 wasn't really that great, and then you Carter 6, and it's even worse. It's like it's just tarnishing that series.
Yeah, Carter.
It's like if Dr. Dre is gonna keep dropping the Chronic series and named all these different Chronic titles, and it's got worse and worse as it went. Like you're tarnishing those 2 first classic albums. Like I feel like Lil Wayne should win a different direction.
The Carter series was like so near and dear to me that when Doug came out and was trying to name his project the Barter 6, I wanted to kill that nigga. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like your ass. Like don't ever.
You don't gotta do that, bro. Like make your own
go your own direction.
Go your own direction, bro.
Now I'm like, shit, you can have that shit. I ain't even gonna lie.
Keep the name now. Damn, that's funny. You want to go on to next?
That's funny. So we've noticed that you have a YouTube channel. You be posting vlogs and all that. So I know you mentioned going to school and doing, you said acting, right? Mm-hmm. And then you guess you see vlogs and you get thrown into there where you're behind the camera, doing stuff.
Getting comfortable.
Yeah. What inspired you to start doing vlogs?
I be on YouTube all day, like all day. Like you said, you don't watch TV, bro. I really don't watch TV. I'll be on YouTube because I shoot music videos, right? Mm. So while I'm editing, I'll be watching like vlogs and like podcasts and shit like that. And for like a minute, everybody been telling me like, "Oh, bro, you so funny, you should start vlogging." But I'm like, it's one thing being funny, but it's another. Like, I feel like if I have a camera around me, I'll be performative instead of natural. So I never wanted to do it for real, but I just said like, fuck it, because for my music, bro, I don't got the traction that I want to have. So I'll be like, I don't know if y'all familiar with DDG, but DDG had like this whole like advice series. He was like, nah, you should be doing like everything. Like do a podcast if you want to do a podcast. Do like do vlogs and shit, and then funnel everybody like to your music shit. Like do the content shit to funnel to your music. And I was like, fuck it, let's do that. So
yeah, because I mean, we're in the content age too, where people like saying, I guess you call it social media content. So say doing vlogs, doing music, just like us doing podcasts. If we dropped a vlog, it intertwines, and as long as you have outlets, it helps boost your image as well. So, that's cool. No, I know we need to start doing more vlogs. We got one out.
We dropped our first vlog earlier this year, and that was fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait, have y'all done more, or that was the only one?
And that was the only one we did. We went to I was kind of just because I had a new Sony camera that I got, so I was messing around with it. And then did some, just bullshit. Just me and Darnell just kind of having fun. Just being ourselves. Like, that's kind of how we are. So we kind of want to just show a little bit of, behind the scenes stuff, kind of what we'd be talking about. We went to Kazi's little album party that he had, which was dope. So we kind of got some footage, and we were just kind of showing that. This man returned on the vlog because he took a little break. So he returned. And so, it was fun just creating the vlog and, just a different route, showing something different, you know what I mean, than kind of just what we do on the podcast. Mm-hmm. But it made me want to do more after that. I was like, man, we gotta do more of this shit. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, but how do you feel like when you pull out the camera to vlog?
Sometimes I really be having to like prepare myself to do it. One, because it's just so
you want to get the massage and shit.
Oh yeah. That one was fun.
It's like we do our research. I was watching.
You went to Disney too, right?
Yeah. It's easier when I got a guest with me. You know what I'm saying? But because another thing why I never wanted to do YouTube or nothing is because I was content creator K. Because I'm I've been wanting to rap for so long, I would be mad at myself if like I started doing content and then I blew up content as opposed to like rapping. You get what I'm saying? So I was
focus
like,
on
I was trying to lock in with rapping because I would feel like I felt like trying to rap, so I went to do like content. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Ain't really the way you're supposed to look at it, but like for so long, that was also how I was looking at it. Like, bro, like I'm not a loser. Like I'm not finna do content, bro. I'm a rapper. Like I'm not a fucking content TikTok ass nigga. You know? What I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you.
So,
I get you.
but eventually,
100%.
I got over that. Then
Yeah.
I started doing it. But it is fun. It's fun, but I be editing my vlogs too, and I don't be having the patience to like go through all the footage. So I might just slap all the clips together.
Yeah.
And then don't even like put no type of edit or no stuff.
Yeah.
But I got
Sometimes it's the best thing though. Sometimes too. Like,
Yeah,
I guess it
but-
depends on how long it could be though.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
vlogs, y'all see, they be like 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's like a string. At that point, I'm
Yeah,
making a string.
because then at that point you're gonna have to chop it up.
I'm just speaking for us and you. We're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have someone do that for you.
Yeah.
Where they could chop it up.
They can do all that editing shit, so we don't gotta fucking do it. You know?
Yeah. No, I feel you 100% on that.
Right. In due
Yeah.
time.
Right now, I
That's
just
a
got a
game.
thumbnail person, but I don't have an editor. So
Yeah. Shoot.
Due time. We looking for one of those too. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Once we get a social media, like just handle that.
right.
Get some snippets.
Yeah,
out.
social media.
Yeah. Now, I guess, but so you're in the mindset now where it's like, all right, I'm gonna just do both. Like, you know,
I'm on whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm about to start trying to do acting. Like I'm on whatever because I work on films now as like a DP.
yeah.
Pause. But like,
You're
but,
good.
like, I'm on whatever is gonna get me
Yeah.
there at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'll feel like I cheated myself if I didn't put like, if I didn't utilize all my talents.
Yeah.
Try everything that I could before I try to throw all my coins in the rap hat, and then the rap hat don't go nowhere. Then I'm
Yeah.
mad. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how I'm.
And why not just do all of it?
Take
You know
whatever
what I mean?
opportunity that's
Yeah.
presented. You know.
Did you
Something
ever-
you're just interested in?
Did you ever? Yeah, my fault. Did you ever have at one point like the reason why you were like, I'm gonna just do rap, like, or I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. Did you feel like other people? Were you like thinking like other people might say this about you or this and that? Like,
What you mean? One more time?
like you know when sometimes like some people don't go in one direction or do something because other people might say something.
yeah.
Did you feel like that was more like what your mindset was before?
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like, man, fuck what everyone else is thinking. I'm gonna do what I do.
Yeah. I used to be heavily like influenced about like whatever label that I put on myself, I have to follow that label like through and through.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, either I use labels or I don't use labels, but either way it goes, I'm gonna just do whatever that I want to do because we only
Yeah.
got one life.
Right.
So you may as well just do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate. Like I feel like once you kind of like unlock that like that freedom, where it's like, man, I'm gonna do what this is what I want to do. Like,
Yeah, it's
I ain't worried
liberating.
about what this person says. I don't worry about this one. So just do it.
Says, yeah.
You know.
And then, cause also what I realized is like a lot of that stuff is like low key in your head, bro. People don't really be
100%.
giving a fuck.
Exactly. That's really what
You're
it
your
comes
own
down to.
biggest critic, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they don't. I may be thinking like people might look at me away because like, oh, I'm a rapper, but I'm trying to vlog now. But like low key, some people may not even give a fuck, and then other people may be like, I fuck with the vlogs more than I fuck with the music.
Right.
And then like, am I gonna be mad about that? If the goal at the end of the day is to do something that I love doing,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. And you getting a fan and traction through music or vlogs, or either way, they're still
Yeah.
going to you no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And then one person might share that vlog. Hey, watch this guy. Then that other person might be like, hey, did you know that person that you watch does music too? You know what I mean? Like all that stuff ends up rolling into both lanes, one way or another. I do want to ask you about acting though. Wait, actually, before that, you said you shoot your own music videos? Mm-hmm. Because I do see that you have a shitload of music videos too.
Yeah.
On your page.
So I don't like physically shoot them myself most of the time. I only
Yeah.
shot like one or two
Okay.
of myself. But I get like my little sister, I'll get her, or I'll get the homie to pull up.
Okay.
'Cause, like I shoot videos for other people. So
Yeah.
whoever I got that day, I'm like, here, look, I put the settings and everything. I'll tell them what to do, and then we go from there. And then whatever shit we get on camera, then I just work with it like on the computer since I know how to like do edits and shit like that. So I'm like, it's fine because, you know, I mess with a few videographers, and then, you know, I pay them like upfront, and then I don't get my music videos, or I
Okay.
get them like a year late.
Yeah.
And this ain't good, this ain't good, that ain't good. And then they will always tell me like, bro, you don't understand because you don't do this shit. And I'm like, damn, you're right, I don't do that shit, so I guess I don't understand. But then I started doing it, and then I'm like, nah, you was fucking with me. Like,
Damn.
like
Taking your money and not putting in any effort.
Taking advantage probably because you don't know.
Yeah. So once you're no longer ignorant, you can't really be taken advantage of in that way. So
No, agreed. So what made you want to get into go into acting space? Is it more so like you want to go into film, or is it like you wouldn't mind doing theater at all, or?
I'm kind of trying to stay away from theater. I was in a play before, but I dropped out at the last second. But I was going to rehearsals, everything.
Yeah.
And I was getting like hella good reviews from like the director and my stage, like, you know, my co-stars and shit. But I got like at the last second because there's something about like a stage being in front of people that make my mind go blank.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I didn't want that to happen because that's happened to me on
like
stage.
You forget all your lines and
and it's different
scary.
with music because you got the track in the background, so you can kind of catch yourself. But I was thinking like, damn, if I forget my lines in acting,
no one's gonna be there to tell you what to say.
And then then you fuck up everyone else. Is why like everyone's like, damn, bro, like
because that's what they do.
That's scary, man. That's scary.
Especially when you're doing theater and you forget something, they'll be like looking at you, and then they'll start improvising to like get you on track.
Yeah.
But they'll improv so much that they'll fuck up the story. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be on your shit for that.
And then making a whole nother script at that point. Yeah. You're like, yo, we're doing Shakespeare. How the hell did you get to that? Like,
yeah. So I prefer just having like scripts and then just do the script like that.
All right. So I'm curious. So one thing, would you ever try like, you know, you've kind of gotten the lane of, you know, music videos. Of course, you rap, you doing the vlogs. Would you ever be like, man, maybe I should like, or in a music video, would you do like a short film type of thing?
That's what
like
I'm working on.
Of like, you know,
that's what I'm working on. But I don't really. Now that I know what I know about like cameras and like music and like everything like that, I don't have anybody that like I trust yet to do my music videos like how I want it to be done. And since I've been doing it for so long, I don't want to start like at zero and build somebody up. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like usually when you start out doing something, you be fucking up in the beginning and then you eventually get to where it needs to be. But given that like how much money, how much energy, how much time I done spent on investing in like all the equipment that I have, investing in going to like different studios, working with like new engineers and stuff, bro. At this point, I feel like I should just go for the highest quality I can the first time, as opposed to try to like work with somebody that's building up. So right now I got like my ideas and stuff. I just haven't like put them out yet. And then right now I'm probably gonna start next year, not gonna lie, because I'm trying to get all the like not bullshit but like less thought out shit like out like right now. Yeah. And then I'll transition like for sure to getting like more professional and shit like that.
Now that takes time too. Time, money, etc., etc. And you're about to be moving too, so it's like you're like probably in that space where it's like, all right, let me just. You're kind of like more so like taking it slow, or you about to like take it slow a little bit, kind of just like not. And what I mean by that is like kind of see everything, make your plays, whatnot. It's like going to the dojo or something, and then like you're like, all right, next year, foot on the gas type.
Game
shit,
planning,
you know?
the game planning pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing, and then also I be like, I'm not gonna say stuck, but sometimes I be like kind of like irritated in myself in a way because I do so many different things. So many different things take time, energy, resources, money, and all that it's like low-key hard for me to lock in on one specific thing. So I'm always like spread like 20% in different directions. And you know when you're trying to like go after something, you got to go at it like 120%. Yeah. So like that's why I said like probably next year I'm gonna lock in for real, but like right now I'm gonna try to just get like everything out the way, and then I'm gonna try to lock in on like one or two things maybe next year, so I could like for sure put my best foot forward.
Yeah. And I'm curious too with like with music, do you have like a project in the works?
I do.
Yeah.
I know. You know, you dropped a couple tracks recently with what was it, Fettuccine, Deadly Boys?
Yeah.
Was that the True
Fettuccine was
Teller?
dope.
True Teller? Was that the one before that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was also going to be my question. You got an album coming?
I
Project?
don't.
EP.
Yes and no.
No, just name all the
like. So my label, It's Away. We got like a compilation album coming out. I'm not sure when it's gonna drop, but it's gonna drop soon. So that's gonna be like my first project in like a minute. But other than that, I got an album. I just haven't recorded it. It's like a bunch of like ratchet like summer songs.
Summer's coming.
I was working on it, but I stopped working on it because I thought summer started like low key 2 months ago. So I thought I missed. Yeah.
Is you like what, June 20?
That was lost in time.
I didn't know that summer
You just
started.
forgot
like,
spring
next
existed,
month.
huh?
So,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like,
Spring. You just forgot spring was there.
I did, bro. So I think
I
I'm
was doing the spring cleaning and realized, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna go back and like work on it probably, and then I might just have to shorten it so I could get everything out that I want to like have out because it was gonna be like 15 tracks. I might put like 8 on it now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that, but I'm trying to like secure specific features because I already have like the people that I want on it. So right now it's just a matter of recording the songs and then seeing if the people that I want on it want to get on it.
Yeah,
and we'll be fine after that.
Hell yeah, that'd be fire. So I want to ask you about It's a Wave, and because I saw on your bio for your management, is that all like together or just?
Yeah, so they manage me. I'm signed to their label. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about It's a Wave? Because I know we also had ATM Bezel. We interviewed him about a couple months ago.
I was there for it. I don't think.
Yeah. So we interviewed ATM Bezel, and of course, I believe he's part of It's a Wave as well.
Yeah.
And you guys got a track together as well. Shout out to ATM Bezel too. He's a cool ass dude. So that was a dope ass interview too.
That was virtual, right? Or was that in person?
That was virtual, but even after we were off the show, I was late to come here because we were having a long ass conversation after that. Then I was kind of like, fuck, I gotta go, like, because we had to go to the studio after. Yeah. But he's a cool ass dude, so I would like to bring him to the studio at one point too to have a real better interview. We had some audio issues at that point.
I'll be there, so yeah, thankfully.
Hell yeah, but yeah. Tell us about what's going on with It's a Wave.
So there's a lot of stuff going on like they working on like right now in the background that even like I'm not privy to, but from what I do know is we got like a bunch of artists from like different genres.
Oh, dope.
Different like backgrounds. Like we got people from like New York and shit like that, and we got like producers in house, we got engineers in house. Then like me, I double as an artist and like a media person, so I do photos and I do the music videos and shit like that. Then we got like another video person, Mac Villain. So right now we still kind of like in the beginning phases, but what we do like every Sunday is studio day. We got an 8-hour block for the studio. Everybody come in and out, do their songs. Then they got like a podcast room attached to the studio, so they'll do the podcast in there simultaneously. And then like we have the a producer, he'll be in there cooking up on the computer and everything. Shout out Avatar. They have
what's his name? Avatar?
Avatar, yeah.
It's a dope ass producer name.
Then we got like every now and then we'll have like performances and stuff like that. Since I do films though, I haven't talked to them about this part yet. Since I do films, I got like this little like web series I'm trying to run through them to have them like sponsor. Yeah. So that's probably gonna be like our next venture if they up for it. But overall, it's been a pretty cool experience so far.
Damn, that's crazy. So pretty much like, so is it, you said on Sundays they like kind of run through everything like as far as podcast, or is it one of those things where you kind of could just go in at any time? Like
you go in at any time, and then the schedule is like low key from like let's say 3 p.m. to like 2 a.m.
Damn, but so they really like got it like going over there then for sure.
Yeah, and then so like you pop in, pop out whenever you want. But it's managed pretty well in my opinion. It's going pretty good. Every day we're meeting like new people. Like I'm meeting new people that they know, and then everybody just networking and connecting just like that.
Hell yeah. So what's like a collab project? Like, is that something that's gonna be dropping this year?
I believe so, because we've been supposed to drop it for a minute. Like we've been supposed to.
Also, the records are like shit's been done.
Yeah, I think to my knowledge everything is done. I sent my songs in. I know a few of my label mates sent their songs in. I believe maybe they just waiting on the date for it to drop. So that's it.
What's the song? What's the? I don't know. I forgot the track title. The one where you guys are going back and forth. This ATM and
Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys, yeah. That's the Smackdown one. Yeah. I was listening to that shit earlier today. I was like, yo, this shit's fire, bro. Hey, I was listening to Fettuccine too. That shit. I'm like, yo, like, this man got some. Bro,
listen, Fettuccine is 5 years old, and then that Dudley Boys is 3 years old.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn. So you just got a bunch of shit in the vault.
I do, because like I told you, since I do so many different things,
Yeah, you hold off on something.
I be holding off on the music, which is why I say I want to get all the music out like low key that I can between like this year and like the top of next year.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to just continue accumulating to the point where I don't want to do it no more. Because like even when I was going to the studio like this year, it was a bunch of songs, like a bunch of old verses and shit. Like for instance, on the Sundays when I said we gotta record, I'd be like, damn, what song should I record? And then I'll revisit an old song, but it don't slap to me no more. So I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't want to like write a new song, because like in my phone, bro, I got like 5,000 notes.
Damn.
So like,
that's crazy.
it's like, bro, like I don't want to be forcing shit either, like run out of like ideas. So I be trying to like, you know, go revisit the old shit. If I have to re-rock it, I'll re-rock it. Like
yeah, I was about to say, you kind of like find an old one, you're like, oh, that's fire, but let me delete a few of these lines. And
I did that like if you like go deep and do your research, I did that like 5 times.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. So if you were to come out with like a project, would you want to just be a clean slate, like this is gonna be new, or are you gonna go through like
I'm gonna mix
some old tracks?
I'm gonna mix it.
Yeah,
mix it up, because there's some shit that I haven't recorded yet that I still think is like fire.
Yeah.
So
Can't let them bars go to waste.
yeah, that's
true.
like,
yeah,
like I ain't stay up till 6 in the morning writing this for nothing.
Just
you
for
know
it to
what
be
I'm saying?
lost in the files, you know. Yeah.
Nah, that's a big fact. Damn, I just lost my train of thought with that too.
And like the problem with doing the old songs is that like most of the beats, like I'll say like 80% of the beats I get from YouTube. So I'll say the beat in the note, but then I'll try to go back to it and it's like deleted, or the channel got like clapped and like shit like that. So now I gotta find a new beat.
Yeah.
So I gotta re-rock it. You know what I'm saying? So
how you go about that, like with like YouTube, like as far as like getting the beats, like do you like, because I know, like, do you just be take? I guess we don't want to say that. I don't know if you can say like you take the beats, but like,
yeah, I just so it depends.
Like get that little lease or some shit. Yeah,
how I do it is if,
I was like,
it really
they gonna find us and shit. Be like, I knew it was him.
So what I try to do is, I got different ways I go about it. Most of the time, I try to find a beat that got less than like 2,000 views, because I know like the only people that use it is gonna be people in the comments writing their raps in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And then I know like most of the time the producers, if they get in 2,000 views, they probably doing it for the love still. Like they still, I'm gonna do it for the love, not for the money type shit. So I'll just rip they beat. And then like if they come around the back end, which it hasn't happened yet, if they come around the back end, they want their bread, I'll pay them the bread. Like I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Or if it's a beat that got a lot of views and I want to use it, like I think this only happened once, because I really try to stay away from it, because like I don't like my shit getting copywritten. So I might do that every now and then, like for real, if I really like the song and I just can't find a beat that go with it, because sometimes like it be minute differences in the beat that fuck up the whole like song. So I do that. Or if it's a song like that I really fuck with, and then like I'll look at the producer shit, and then they got like a lot of beats that I like, I'll go buy it, because they give like the 3 beat deal and shit like that. So I'll do it that way. But the reason why I don't like doing that sometimes is because low key these producers be like scamming the same way, like they be trying to say some artists be scamming. Like they'll sell you the beat and then sell it to another motherfucker. And
then you hear the song
and then take yours down, and then so it's just like,
oh, that's ridiculous.
The legal shit, low key, I'm not really too keen on the legal shit like that. So it really just depends. But I just haven't found a producer that low key got my style. Like,
what about the in-house producers? Are they kind of just all like versatile? Because you said there was a lot of different artists from different genres. So isn't that like
the in-house producer actually just sent me like 5 beats this morning. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to them, but I got like a specific like West Coast like style, like a ratchet like style, low key.
Yeah.
And or I'm on J. Cole beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's either the ratchet shit or the J. Cole shit. But like so far, I haven't found somebody that know how to like mesh it, like you know, in the way that it should be. So
but that's probably just with all due time, just networking. Due time, you find that. You know?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting into making beats?
I tried.
I mean, you're already dipping in so much things. It's like, damn, another thing to do.
I tried it a few times. It's too complicated. Like, and then I don't understand. Remember I told you before when I first started rapping, I didn't understand how people come up with their bars.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
When I try to produce, how the fuck do you come up with a melody?
Man,
like, how you have that ear to just like something
sound
good.
I think that's the one thing I'll stay away from for sure. like I think I'm for sure never gonna produce. So I just gotta keep
Shout out to the
going.
producers.
One day yeah.
Shout out to the producers. This is a special talent to have because
Yeah.
Hella.
anyone could pick up a mic and like rap, but like I mean, you can try and make a beat, but like producers like. This is crazy.
That kind of creates
that
the-
ear, like
yeah.
they just know what they doing,
Especially
to make something
when-
sound really
yeah.
good, and even when it comes to sampling,
Yeah.
it'd be like the craziest sample, and like shit, how'd you like fucking make that?
Yeah,
you know?
especially when it meshes with with an artist, like because some of the best like work to me is when you have an artist and a producer, like the ones who work together, because like you clearly know this guy knows his sound, you know what I mean, and vice versa. You know?
I had an engineer like that, but he moved.
Oh, damn.
Shout out Broken Star. But I had an engineer, this white dude that make like rock music and like hyper pop like music.
Yeah,
But he knew
hyper pop.
Yeah.
We get on that. I never heard of that before.
Man, I never heard of
So
it.
he knew like where to put drops in. He knew like where to like high pass, low pass, cut the
Damn.
D, like all this shit. He knew how to add like I tell him to add like this excerpt from like Instagram, like make it like a sample kind of, but not for
okay.
real, but like make it like a sample for
That's
like
fire.
intro or some shit. He knew how to like do that shit, but I haven't been able to find somebody else that could do that yet.
Yeah.
So far, so right now I'm still like bouncing around with different engineers trying to like lock in with somebody that for real like on my same page. I think I might.
Are you able to send him like your tracks? Like, hey, can you do this for me?
Probably can, but like I like doing everything in person. So when I go to LA, like I think since it's a law of numbers thing, I think if I just mingle with people out there, I'm gonna find somebody that like mesh with me the same way like he did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really all it takes because you never know like who's willing to, you know, like do it and rock with it. You know, once they hear like, you know, your music, you know, feel the vibe and all that stuff. You know, what I mean, once you meet someone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be crazy. Because I agree, making beats, I tried
That seems hard.
multiple times, and sometimes I be getting the mix of it, but I lose after a while. Just like my thing was the consistency. I'll start, then I'm like, and then I'll stop, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me get back into it. Then I start learning more, and then I start getting a little better, and I'm like. Then like a week would pass and I'm like, damn, I haven't even like touched that shit again. Then a month would pass and I gotta like learn all over again. And I'm like, fuck it. So at this point I kind of just gave up on it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I want to ask too, how do you feel about I guess it could go hand in hand with It's a Wave, but like with SD rap like currently, and do you feel like we're in a good space, or you feel like damn people should start collabing more, like and kind of like everyone should kind of like move as a unit now?
I'm not gonna say move as a unit.
Not as a unit, but everyone has their own like groups.
Yeah, because there's like, you know, certain politics that you can't really overcome.
Yeah.
You know, just like that. But for sure, I think people should work together more. I also think it's not just on the artists working together more. It's like y'all.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
Because how I said before, how y'all did y'all research and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate that because I've been on like 5-6 podcasts out here and it's not like no organization. It's like no like research beforehand and shit like that. And the way I see it is, since I'm always on like YouTube watching like podcast interviews from like other places, they don't get down like that. And I feel like if we want to be respected, it got to be a whole, like the whole ecosystem got to be like that.
From
so the
media as well.
podcasters, the media got to do their research. The artists got to show up. They got to show up on time. They got to be professional. And then the fans got to be invested in what we got going on, because I feel like from here, all the fans from San Diego are invested in like like the South. They invested in New York, so they like drill. They invested in Chicago. They're not really invested in like Dago artists, right?
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, if everybody do their part, then we'll be able to put our name on the map, and then the attention that we get will spread to different avenues outside of just music. Like we got people trying to use like their music platforms to like fundraise for different like charity organizations and shit. Then we got people like me like trying to make like a little like, you know, like a Dago Hollywood. You got cause I'm turning like regular people Like I be having them acting my shit, just like regular people from the city, like making them feel like all like
damn, that's fine.
all like professional like celebrities and shit.
Yeah,
I feel like
is that part of the web series kind of you want?
Yeah. Because I dropped the first season already. We had like a series premiere shit and everything like that. And
that's fine.
yeah, so I want to do another one, but like on a bigger scale. I think media outlets, for instance, I'm gonna just say their name because they the biggest as far as I know, like Dago TV and shit. I think that they should be doing a podcast. They need to be bringing like people on.
The platform is big enough for sure.
Because if no one, the way I feel about everything is if you build it, the people will come. And then there's people that want to see certain shit like this, but they don't give a fuck about San Diego because they don't even know where to start, like where to look. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that only hate on San Diego because we haven't got recognition from like other places.
Yeah.
But the minute we start getting cosigns from like wherever they feel is respected, they gonna turn around and be like, oh yeah, that's my city, like San Diego, woo, 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 woo. So the artists got to give them the music, the platforms got to give them the vision, and then the fans got to give them the support, and then everything else will like trickle into each other.
Yeah. So would you say
a good ecosystem?
San Diego's biggest problem is San Diego?
Like 100%, 100%.
That's deep. Yeah, because there's so much. There is a lot of platforms and there's a lot of talent out here. Like you see it all the time. Like
and I think a responsibility again, which is why I appreciate y'all for getting back to me. When I'm watching like DJ Small's Eyes, when I'm watching like DJ Academics, when I'm watching Say Cheese TV, they talking about people that's like 2 houses down from them. That's not like known at all. But then guess what they do? They make them famous, and then now everybody like paying attention to them and what they got going on, right?
Yeah.
I feel like platforms like y'all's and like other people, they not only should be latching on to people like once like clout chasing, like once they get popping, the same 5 to 8 faces that everybody care about in the city. They should be like seeking out people that's like maybe not known.
Yeah,
they know that they like on a grind, like doing some shit, and then they should give them an
that's
opportunity.
what we do for sure.
That's what we aim
They
to
should
do.
give them the platform to like spunk them up. You know what I'm saying? And if they have to, maybe sign a contract and be like finder's fee. You know what I'm saying? Like what they do with Jake, what they did with Drake. You feel me? Like in the beginning, like. Okay, you don't have this, and that, but we gonna leverage our platform, give you a platform, but like on the back end, if something happens from this, we want like our investment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair way to do it because at the end of the day, I feel like the ends justify the means. So I think there's no like yet. I hope it's a way it becomes it, but there's no like infrastructure like at all. It's everybody doing everything in their own little like pocket. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So every platform got their 100 fans. This platform got their 20 fans. This rapper got his 20 fans. Then this and that. And then the people that's like above all that, they may have like 1,000 fans. But to them, the 1,000 in San Diego is like the best that they gonna get. So they like celebrities. So they feel like everybody under that 1,000 is like, I'ma shit on them like they peons. But really. A lot of the biggest names from San Diego from like the last 10 years, if you really think about it, they only big in San Diego. Like they stagnant. They haven't broken mainstream. I can't remember nobody, aside from Rob, but I'm not sure what Rob's doing like lately. But aside from like Rob,
you're right, not wrong.
I don't really see, there's like nobody who's the biggest names in San Diego are just the biggest names in San Diego. They may be able to go to Arizona. They may be able to go to Oregon and shit.
Somewhere
in
in
LA.
this region, but like say out in the East Coast or the South, like
exactly.
They don't know who that person is.
So I feel like in a way they're on the same level as the person like me who's still trying to like get there. They're stagnant in their lane and I'm stagnant like in my lane. But which one of us is like worse? You get what I'm saying? Which one of us is worse off and who's the better one between like me and the next person? You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like either one of us is worse. I feel like it's just a matter of like perspective.
Yeah.
And it's different when, again, coming from a city like San Diego, you got 20K on the gram, you feel like you popping, but there's like a random like IG thought from like fucking Florida. She got 100K and she don't do shit but like post pictures and she more popular than the rapper that actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's really her putting in work. Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's been in different type of work, but yeah. But now, I honestly, you made a lot of like good points with that too. and I honestly like literally probably agree with everything you said for the most part. Because I do agree that it's more than just the artists. It's definitely the platforms as well. Because like you said, you see that. And then also what's being shown on the platform as well, right? Because you do have another, like, hence is a big part of why we created Pure Art Podcast is one, to give artists like yourself, you know, as all of the guys, like the guys who we've had on our podcast, who a lot of people might not know of, but are dope ass rappers, you know what I mean? And we want to be able to be like,
help showcase that.
Showcase, not only just showcase it, you know, you give these type of conversations, real conversations, and then get away from, you know, just showing or just diving into negative stuff or just toxic, like, you know, conversation, which you see a lot, you know what I mean? We like to have that, to get the journey and the conversation so people watch and can be able to get to know you more in a different type of lane, you know what I mean? And then also it's our just due as well, you know what I mean, to also connect that with everyone else. Like you said, we could be just hitting up the same people, trying to get the mainstream artists and trying to get some people that everyone already knows and who's already established, you know. But then that does nothing for artists who are out here really grinding and doing, and you know, trying to make a name for themselves, you know.
Yeah, because the way I see it is too, like even with like the vlogging shit and like the streaming shit, why we don't have like a DJ Academics? Why we don't have like a Kai? Why we don't have
and other facets of
aside from just music, but like, because I think everything at the end of the day, all the entertainment shit go hand in hand, like
all of it.
Why we don't have like, again, no like little Dago Hollywood, like why we don't have no record label that people can say, oh, I'm gonna try to get locked in with this record label and then they gonna push me like here and there. I don't think there's any reason why we don't have it, because the last time why we don't have a Rolling Loud, but like for a San Diego artist, you get what I'm saying? And then the ones that did happen, why is it again the same?
It's the same names.
Why we don't have like a opening?
And then it'd be a lot of people from outside.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying no hate to them. Maybe they feel like that's better for their business. But I think you can't say you really like for Dago. You can't say you really like for the town if you're not willing to like find a happy medium between what's good for your business and then what's good for the turf. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
So you know, you might have to take a little less money home if you gonna be able to say you built something like in the future. You gonna be able to say like, yeah, I'm the one that started this, and that. You get what I'm saying? So that's actually kind of some of the reason why I do what I do now, why I do so much shit, because I be teaching people how to do certain shit. Because even if it's like not me, that's the one that becomes like popping from it, I think it's a necessary thing for the city overall. So maybe I'll teach somebody that got like more clout than me how to like rap, which I've done before. Like I done wrote raps for people. I done put niggas in their first studio session. I done did niggas first videos. And they got like more clout than me, and so their music goes further, but then they don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? But it still feels good for me to show them like it's more, you feel me? Because I came from the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that's in the hood, that's still in the hood, that don't do nothing what they like but like smoke and shit. But if I'm doing like all these different types of things and I'm showing it and exposing it to every other person around me, maybe somebody will catch on to that, then hit me on the back and like, oh brother, like show me how to do this, show me how to do that, and then they may be the one that starts the little Hollywood. They may be the one that start the record label, and if you know what I'm saying,
that spark,
just take that spark. You don't know who's gonna be the one to do it, so I feel like you may as well just again do the numbers game. Just reach out to anyone who you see is like, you know, really like about it. Lock in with them and just see what happens then, because you don't know. You can't tell the future. And
we agree. Even when we have like guests on, it's like you really never know who's gonna be the one to take off and blow off. We just like to uplift and at least, you know, give you guys a platform to at least speak on, you know, what you're doing and, you know, have these type of conversations like I said before. And you'll see it a lot. Now that we had you on the platform, you're just gonna see us like, comments, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we just like to see like the progression, you know, of everyone's career, of who we have on here. You know what I mean? Just stay tapped in. Like you said, I think we just need to build a good ecosystem around that to where, you know, even more podcasts are fucking with each other. You know, more collaborations. You know, like you said, I guess, you know, the politics and whatnot. We ain't got nothing to do with none of that, but in general, you know, I do know the name of the game, but I think a lot of people need to kind of get out of their ways a little bit as well. You know what I mean? Because like you said, ain't none of us out in the rest of the world. We all still in this bubble. We gotta eventually the bubble. We're gonna have to pop it. You know what I mean?
Have to pop.
So,
Like when I go anywhere else and I mention I'm from San Diego, the only thing they say, oh, so how's the beach?
Exactly.
Or they be like, oh yeah, I've been to Oceanside. And it's like, bro, it's more than like San Diego.
Yeah,
more
just the beach.
more than the
that,
beaches.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
And it's like, how
Ooh, the
many
weather out
more
there.
years we gonna keep talking about this? Oh, like why is San Diego not this? Why is San Diego not that?
Yeah.
I'm a nigga that like always be introspective. I'm like, it's because of us. Like it's not
100%.
because
Yeah,
of
we say the
nobody
same
else.
thing.
Like we should be able to sustain. I think we got one of the biggest economies out here. We should be able
Yeah.
to sustain any industry that we feel like we want to fuck
Right.
with. You know what I'm saying?
There's no reason why like the entertainment aspect of it can't blossom in San Diego as well. I mean, the Bay Area got their thing going on.
Exactly, that's
LA
like-
got their thing going
Yep.
on. There's no reason why San Diego can't. The three major cities in the state, why can't they have a respectable scene of their own? Like, why does San Diego have to be in? I guess say in the shadows. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason why we can't be up there with them.
Think about this. We know people from Jacksonville, what is it, Florida and
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, bro, these are cities that you wouldn't think of for nothing else, but you know a few rappers from there that got millions of views that
Yeah.
be going on tour and shit like that.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
100%. Yeah, well, yeah. When you start knowing,
Yeah, why can't someone from San Diego be that same type of, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, we're someone out there for sure, man. 100%.
why is there nobody like how Thug was doing Baby and Gunna? Like, why is there nobody taking up somebody else that's on the grind and bringing them to the studio with them, signing them to their label and putting them in videos, putting them on, taking them on tour with them,
Yeah.
stuff like that? Again, it's only the same 5 people that
Yeah.
been the kings of Dago for the last 5 years, but they never did nothing else.
Yeah.
No, and then again, no knock to them.
Yeah, yeah, no,
No knock to
100%.
them because they in a position that I wish I could be in.
100%.
But again, the name of the game in life is always to get better,
Always
and
elevate.
get higher. So
Right.
you
And
know,
to not withhold knowledge from others, I feel like too is
Yeah.
a big thing. Like you said, you've shown artists, brought them to the studio, helped them write, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. I've had, people, I guess I could say individually, like, as far as like, man, how'd you start the podcast? Like, what did you do? Like, how'd you get this? I'm
Like,
like,
it's no
well, we just-
gatekeep, like,
yeah, gatekeeping information is a big thing, and a lot of people would do that too. And it's like you said, there's enough money in the world for
Yeah,
everyone.
it's like, put your ego to
There's
the
enough
side.
artists. There's money for everyone out here, and it's not even about the money. Just in general, when someone's passionate about something, it's like I don't want to hold no money from that for exploring their passion. Something that they like. If they want to start a podcast, I'll give you all the information in the world. You know what I mean? Because damn, they might even be better than us. You know what I mean? They might have a great platform. They might have a vision for it that we didn't. You know what I mean? So it would be dope to see what another person can do with that. Just like you said with rap.
A lot of people envy. They don't want to see you be something better than them, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel
a
like
big-
a lot of people
yeah.
have that mindset where they don't want people to be better than them because they have that ego.
Or like an artist, you see that a lot too when you hear about artists signing an artist. Like they kind of keep them at like a certain level. It's like I can't have them surpass where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like, wouldn't that benefit you too? Like, isn't it a win-win at the end of the day?
I
if
think
everyone kind of moves up.
Yeah, and I think certain markets and certain cities they could do that.
Yeah.
Because they gonna be established no matter what. Like in
Yeah.
New York, they always gonna have rappers coming out every year.
Yeah.
Some place like LA, they always gonna have rappers coming out
Yeah.
every year. Florida, they always gonna have rappers coming out every year. Texas, they always
Yeah.
gonna have rappers coming out
Atlanta,
every year.
all that.
In San Diego,
Yeah.
we don't have the luxury to be able to say, nah, I'm gonna do this myself because I don't want this motherfucker to outshine me. Maybe that motherfucker need to outshine you because maybe
That's
he
what I'm
gonna
saying.
bring
Maybe
the
he
eyes-
might be the one to.
like, you know
You might be
Yeah.
the one to fucking elevate everybody.
Exactly.
And the thing about San Diego is like we're a huge city where a lot of people come over here from everywhere. Everyone wants to vacation out here, tourists. You know what I mean? So it's like,
moving out here permanently.
yeah, and imagine having that hip hop scene up for when people come out here. So
And
I'm
they
gonna go check out.
then they,
You know what I
then they
mean?
go take it back to Omaha, Nebraska, or wherever the fuck.
Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska.
like,
Yeah,
random
but
places, you know,
yeah,
like, they take it back there, and that's
Yeah.
that's pretty much how you're gonna build
yeah.
country.
We got Omaha, Nebraska. Chet Holmgreen, Steve Blake.
Shout out to Omaha,
Yeah.
Nebraska. Never been there, but I'll shout y'all out.
Yeah, yo, that's hilarious. But yeah, no, this been a dope episode. We'll start wrapping it up right now though. But yeah, I know a few of it, got cut off in the beginning. Once again, apologize for the technical difficulties.
You got one more question though? One more thing?
Do I have one more question?
Yeah.
No, do you have one more question?
Usually, what we end off with.
What's next for YcM?
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put out a
This is our last
project.
question.
Like I said, YcM gonna put out a project. Hopefully a solo project by the end of the year. Hopefully before summer is over. YcM finna move to LA. YcM finna act. YcM finna have people act for him. And YcM finna continue his grind on YouTube. Continue to grind doing music videos, doing music, everything.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's funny because most of our interviews have been virtual. So doing it live, this is what our third one doing it live. We're still getting used to it, like doing because we do our podcast, but it's like when it's just us three. But doing the live interviews, I be forgetting. I'm like, oh shit, because usually everything's on the screen.
Yeah,
like I see it. Yeah, thanks, Caleb. I need you to help me out with that because I may focus sometimes. But yeah, man, we're gonna make sure, like I said, to have all the links in the description from both of his YouTube channels, so you can watch his music videos, check out the new music. Check out his new vlogs, see what he's got going on, especially probably, I'm sure you're going to buy some more vlogs too when you go to LA. Yeah, I would assume.
Hey, I'm vlogging this right now too. So.
Yeah. Hey, let's go. We're going to be on the vlog. Mama, we met out.
Shout out to that though.
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, etc. So like I said, you don't have to go far. We do the hard work for you. Just click, like, comment, share, subscribe. Do the same with YcM's channel as well. And you got anything else, any shout outs or anything you want to, you know what I'm saying?
I want to shout out my label, It's a Way. Shout out DC. Shout out Jessica. Shout out Bez. Shout out everybody else. And you know what I'm saying?
You know who you are.
I want to shout out my mom. I want to shout out my dad. I want to shout out all my sisters and my badass siblings and cousins. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for y'all.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, once again, really appreciate your time and appreciate you hitting us up and rocking with our platform too. You know what I mean? And vice versa. We're going to be rocking with you on the career as you got moving forward. And it won't be the last time. You know what I mean? Definitely got to connect again. No. When we say it, anyone we invite, and you'll see it on the podcast, we have multiple people again. Like, once you on the podcast, just hit us up, bro. You know, it's like, just look at it as a platform for you as well now, you know? Yeah, we don't shy away from that shit. And we mean it, trust me.
Yeah, you got something to promote.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back Wednesday with a new interview. And we'll be on Tuesday for another episode. So stay for that. Go check out our last interview with Twin Kings and our episode before that. And we'll also have a new interview, which was supposed to drop, but we gotta hold it until the 20th. So stay for that. And yeah, man, it's a wrap.
All right.
Yeah. I've been waiting to press that.